He reduces damage received by 30%. He's a damage reduction unit, which is good already. A very, very good base kit. His EZA could be potentially one of the best free-to-play EZAs in the game. All right, so we have this free-to-play physical golden Frieza on my game right here, which he's from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, from the free-to-play story event that came out. And I want to talk about him today because he has a very simple, basic kit, but it's a foundation that can be built upon very, very well, and he could potentially be one of the best free-to-play units once he does eventually get his EZA, and I want to discuss that in this video. If you would like to submit a request on another unit that you would like me to discuss in another video, because I want to make this a weekly thing, once a week, a weekly episode where we discuss units. We're actually going to start with free-to-play units. Tell me which free-to-play unit has a lot of potential, or maybe it's one of your favorite free-to-play units and you just want me to share my thoughts on that unit. It's fine. Go ahead and submit your request down in the comments below and put hashtag unit discussion so that I know that you want to submit your request. I'll go ahead and put it in a virtual drawing hat online, and whatever name I draw, I'll give that name a shout out in the next video as we begin the discussion on that unit. I would love your guys' participation on this so we can make this a weekly thing. And I just want to say thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all for coming through and supporting the channel. It means a lot. Just a quick guide on where to get them, just in case you don't have them. It's from this story event, the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly, and the increased drop rate is going to be with the movie heroes category. And as you can see, there's other free-to-play units to be had or formed in this story event as well, just in case you don't have them. But we're just going to focus on the Frieza right now, and the Frieza can be formed in level 3 called Paragus. But let's go ahead and get started on the discussion on what his kit is looking like and where it could possibly go when he eventually inevitably gets his EZA, probably during a Dragon Ball Super Broly centered celebration. So I would have to guess, because he is from the movie. His leader skill is transformation boost, category key +2, and HP and attack and defense +50%. There's not a lot to build on there. There's not a lot to build on pretty much any free-to-play unit that has a leader skill like this. Usually it just changes to a full 77% once they get their EZAs, which is nothing significant unless they are needed or required in a certain type of free-to-play EZA event. So we're not really going to pay attention to that too much, but his super attack is actually decent. I know he doesn't have an effect at the beginning like raising attack or defense, which they could probably add in his EZA to make him that much better, but he causes supreme damage to enemy and raises extreme class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn, which is not bad. I mean, it would be better if he raised, you know, extreme class allies attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. I think they could definitely change it to that for his EZA, and that would make him so much better. We'll come back to this real quick after we read his passive skill. He reduces damage received by 30%. He's a damage reduction unit, which is good already. A very, very good base kit. And what I like about this unit is he has defense +15%, up to 60% with each attack received. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot, and it's not. And he did come out in 2018 on the JP side of the game, 2019 on the global side. So he's a 5-year-old unit, 4 and some change. He's definitely due for an EZA during a Dragon Ball Super Broly centric celebration. And his EZA could be potentially one of the best free-to-play EZAs in the game. He has a great foundation to become one of the best free-to-play units, and this is actually one of my most favorite free-to-play units. I use him to this day. Even though he's an older unit, he has a lot of utility, because also he's buffing movie bosses, category allies, key +2, and attack and defense +30%. His link skills, I wish he had big bad bosses, but it makes sense that he doesn't have that for this movie because he wasn't the big bad boss in this movie per se. So he does have strongest clan in space, Universe's most malevolent, prodigies, thirst for conquest, shocking speed, brutal beatdown, and shattering the limit. So shocking speed, not so great so much these days. I would say that's a link skill that's kind of fallen off and hasn't really been relevant too much. But strongest Clan in Space is pretty good. Universe's Most Malevolent is actually pretty good. Thirst for Conquest is actually pretty good. Prodigies can be decent. Brutal Beatdown's actually pretty good too. The only issue is in his link skills, he's not really getting a whole lot of defense except for with Shattering the Limit and Shocking Speed. Now, Shattering the Limit's more relevant than Shocking Speed. Since Shocking Speed isn't that relevant these days, you're literally relying on Shattering the Limit to give him that extra 5% defense. So that being said, I feel like with an easy A centered around making this a defensive character, since he already has that going for him anyway with his foundational kit here, that would be the smart way to go, and that would make him one of the best free-to-play units in this game. I feel like they could tack on raising defense infinitely onto here, or greatly raising defense for 1 turn, or greatly raising defense infinitely. I really don't feel like this unit should get anything that has to do with boosting his attack percentage, because he's not made for attack. He's a support unit, a damage reduction unit, and a unit that is built around defense, as you can see here. So I feel like an easy A centered around making this guy even more defensively relevant would benefit him a lot and would literally make him one of the best free-to-play units in this game, and I would absolutely love it. I love this unit. I love using this unit even now in today's meta. He helped me get through the Kid Goku Easy A. Not to say that that Easy A battle is very hard, but he held his own in a new Easy A event that just came out. There's something to be said about that. As a free-to-play unit, honestly, I think they should give him guard. Maybe not guard all attacks all the time, but maybe for the first 5 turns from the first appearance or something like that. Because if they give him guard for 5 turns from the first appearance, then that would make sense to do raising defense infinitely, and then raising extreme class allies attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. But if they give him guard for 5 turns from first appearance, I feel like they could bump this up to at least 40%. Realistically though, I see them bumping it up to 35% since he's a free-to-play unit. Dokkan doesn't like to, for some reason, doesn't like to buff up these free-to-play units that much, which is unfortunate. But what I would like to see when he does eventually get his Easy A is a 40% damage reduction, and then make this defense plus 30% and then up to 120% with each attack received. That would be where the guarding all attacks for 5 turns from first appearance would come in very, very handy, because you could literally, you know, put him in the first slot, build up his defense by getting hit because he already has damage reduction. He's guarding attacks for the first 5 turns, and then he's able to do a super attack to further buff the rest of the team. That has a lot of synergy, and that would make the most sense, and it wouldn't be broken. It would just literally help whatever team he's on and whatever team he's able to be run on. As a dual support with his super attack the way it is, and then also supporting movie bosses, that gives him some versatility as a free-to-play unit and some use. I feel like they could definitely buff movie bosses category allies, maybe keep it at key +2, do attack and defense plus 40%. But realistically, I see them changing this to key +3. Let me know your thoughts on my thoughts on this Golden Frieza and his potential Easy A in the future. If there's any way I can improve the video format, any ideas y'all would like to leave in the comments below on how these videos can go better, I would appreciate that, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.